Talofa lava. Olo'wingo o Toipole Atoa. Greetings. My name is Toipole Atoa. Now, from that simple introduction, can you tell what my ethnic background is? Well, I am Samoan, a U.S. national born and raised in American Samoa. Samoa. No, not Somalia, but Samoa like Jason Momoa Samoa or Dwayne Johnson Samoa. As a matter of fact, they're probably my cousins. Not many are aware that there are two separate Samoa, both equally stunning and beautiful in their own ways. My discussion topic today is to hopefully provide an insight that is simple yet informative and educational about the two Samoas, American Samoa and Western Samoa. The reason being is because I've been asked many times as to why Samoans use labels when identifying each other but claim to be one people and one race. Sometimes you hear our own people referring and asking whether someone is from American Samoa or Western Samoa. Why? Because it's a status or comparison. I don't agree with it or use it because it tends to be used as discrimination towards the Samoan people. I know some of you have had encounters and experiences with Samoan people. I hope they were positive ones. If not, I apologize. American Samoa and Western Samoa are separated by political status and geographic location. However, are same in culture and language. During this presentation, I will introduce to you some aspects that differentiates the two Samoa and provide some similarities of the two places. The first thing I'll be talking about is the coat of arms and the flags of both countries. With hands on tourism, with hands on seal and model, then I will move to geography and tourism. Then I will describe the political differences in the both governments and status with hands on industry and economy. And the conclusion of the speech will be on the Samoa way of, or the Samoan way of life in Samoa. This will include aspects of culture, language, and everyday living. Before continuing, much of the information that is included in this presentation are from Robert Booth's article entitled Two Samoa, Still Coming of Age, from the CIA.gov, the World Factbook of Samoa, and the National Park National History Guide of American Samoa, with my own personal testimony and experiences. American Samoa and Western Samoa, as stated before, are two separate countries with their own flags. The solid red flag on the bottom with the blue belongs to Western Samoa. The top flag with the eagle, the Senate, and the whisk is the flag of American Samoa. The blue flag with the eagle and spear and staff represents the American Samoa ties to the United States with its strong ties to the culture. The red and the blue, the solid red flag with the 5 stars and circle and blue background is the flag of Western Samoa, and the red represents courage, blue field represents freedom, and white represents purity. The perfect coat of arms or seal, the one on this left side belongs to Western Samoa, and the one on this side belongs to American Samoa. The shield with the 5 stars, the cross at the top, and the coconut tree identify strong culture, ties to culture and a Matai system. The one on the bottom with the staff and the Senate represents strong ties to the Samoan culture. Both country seals have inscriptions on it in Samoan that connects the two. The American Samoa has Samoa Momoleatu on the bottom. The Western has Waileatu Samoa. Both countries have strong religion ties and are considered Christian people that love God and acknowledge Him in everything that they do. For visible geography, Samoa is made out of 2 large islands, and American Samoa is made out of 5 volcanic islands with 2 atolls. Both islands have beautiful lush green forest and surrounded by the Pacific Ocean. Both islands have wild exotic flora and fauna. However, Western Samoa has Western Samoa have more resorts, hotels, and private beaches that supports their tourism industry, whereas American Samoa has the tuna industry that provide employment for American Samoa. The biggest difference between the two are the political government. Western Samoa is led by a prime minister on this side and head of state, whereas American Samoa is led by a governor and lieutenant governor. Western Samoa, however, has its own currency here, whereas American Samoa used the American dollar or the American money. The Western Samoa currency cannot be used in American Samoa However, the United States dollar can be used in Western Samoa. In conclusion, the final aspects that host the most similarity between the two is the Fa Samoa, or the Samoan way of life. The Fa Samoa way of life proves that the Samoan people are one people and one race with one language and one culture. The Fa Samoa have been the center of every Samoan upbringing. Some of the ways of life of Samoa include singing and dancing, cooking, farming, cultivating the land, fishing, and hospitality. The most important element in Samoa is family. People of Western Samoa and American Samoa value service to family, church, and community. Both countries use one dialect and communicate in one native tongue, the Samoan language. Both places practice the Samoan way of life, the culture and tradition that is founded and is big on respect, service, love, and family. Both places are considered religious people and Christians. A simple talofa is our way of connecting to each other. Whether we live in the islands or move to other places of the world, the Fa Samoa is what connects us. Though we are different in political views and location, we are founded on God and big on family. So just in case you had travel plans for Samoa, you now have just been provided with a crash course and virtual tour of each country. Word of advice, unless it's really necessary to the matter at hand, avoid asking whether a Samoan person is from American Samoa or Western Samoa. Some are sensitive to the issue and take offense when they are categorized. To avoid conflict, every Samoans are connected one way or another. One race, one people, one language, one culture. Hope this information will help guide you and with your planning and future encounters. Thank you and have a great evening.